One of the largest losses that Kenyans experienced when British colonizers got into the country, other than, of course, the loss of their freedom, was losing their land, which brought to the rise of the MauMau uprising. The MauMau movement was led by generals whose names and faces have been featured in history books, but there are those whose names conspicuously remain missing. We take a look at these generals today. We begin off with Musa Mwariama, a tall gentleman, handsome, with an identifiable dreadlocked hair. Mwariama came from Embu. His stature and strength made him an asset to the MauMau, being the highest ranking and the first general who survived in the uprising without being killed or captured. When Kenya finally got its independence, the people who collaborated with the British colonizers got all the plum jobs, while the freedom fighters, including the MauMau, were ignored. Sadly, Musa died in the year 1989 of a snake bite, leaving very little inheritance for his children. General Mbaria Kaniu. He was responsible for a raid in Naivasha police station where 75 fighters took away guns and ammunition needed for the cause. Mbaria enabled the success of the raid as he had been previously detained at the cells earlier for a while, which made him very familiar with the place. The raid also saw a number of freedom fighters released. Kaniu died in the year 2004. Curator Ole Kisiu. Kisiu was a Maasai. Guiding around 800 fighters, Kisiu fought in the Melili Forest and was involved in the Second World War from the year 1939 to the year 1945. Kisiu continued to serve in the British Army, from where he opted to join the rebellion after he saw the suffering meted on his people. Sadly, his body was paraded outside a hospital as a warning to other MauMau fighters. There were women too. Yes, women participated in the MauMau uprising. Among the women who used their femininity to confuse the home guards was one Muthoni Kirima. Muthoni Kirima was the only woman general in the uprising. Growing up in a settler farm where she lived with her family, Muthoni provided manual labor, which included taking care of the pyrethrum owned by the British. Muthoni took her first oath at only 22 years of age, and she even brought with her her husband to the movement. Muthoni was Dedan Kimathi's informant and fought alongside men, which led to her promotion to being a field marshal. Muthoni would walk many kilometers to get weapons from Ethiopia. 60 years later, after independence, families of freedom fighters continue to feel left out in what seemed as a rewarding mechanism for collaborators.